All right. Welcome back. Totally forgot what it was. I had like 5 things going through my head, like, say this, no this, no this, no this, and then I'm like, wait, the recording's going already. Okay. My goodness. It's been a long day. Okay, so, next reaction here. Saw Jimin, he's released a couple of things. This was the one that kind of came up. I saw he came to one of the talk shows here to perform it too, which I wish we could find a better talk show to be on. But still, I'm glad somebody's given them publicity because they totally deserve it. Maybe I should start a talk show. And then I can invite these guys and be like, come be on my talk show, I'm better. Yeah, it'll be the nervous talk show. Yeah, anxiety talk show with me. Nah, anyway, sorry. Like I was saying, Jimin, again, like crazy. I've heard some things about his songs being banned or something from, I don't know if it's a Korean station or, I don't know, for like swearing and stuff, which I'm like, I kind of get. I'm like, you should be able to make songs like that if you want to, but I'm like, as long as it's not, like with these guys, as long as it's not the normal, because the thing that drew me to Korea and K-pop to begin with was that it was, what's the word? Just wasn't as disgustingly dirty, and it wasn't just swearing left and right, and I mean that's what really drew me to it. But anyway, but I'm like, you can be allowed to have some, like, why not? No? Anyway, so this one is called Like Crazy. I had to look up a whole bunch of stuff. You can skip the lyric review because anything BTS related usually I get long-winded. I might totally slaughter these lyrics, and I apologize if I do. So, and these lyrics, I don't know, I've looked at a couple of different translations. One of them was like, okay, I can tell you don't know English when you're trying to translate this, so I didn't take that one. This is the one that I chose. Hopefully it's somewhat accurate. I guess we'll see. I'll have captions on in the music video and maybe see if they're similar. But, so this first part, I think we could last forever. I'm afraid that everything will disappear. Just trust me. So apparently that's whispered at the beginning. And it said it was inspired by a 2011 American romantic drama Like Crazy, which I haven't seen, but there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, especially after a certain point in time. I think after maybe 2010, I really don't watch a lot of movies. Anton Yelchin, isn't he the one that plays Chekhov? Or that played Chekhov? And then the Jeep, it like ran into him and he killed him. I think that's who that is. That was sad. If that is who it is, I actually really liked him. So it says the movie is one of the inspirations for the whole song and the music video. And it portrays the uncertainty of an ambiguous relationship, or of ambiguous relationships, which I'm like, Google, help me! I'm like, once again, I'm like, I know, I'm weird. I get the feeling of a word. Like, somebody will tell me, oh, that was an ambiguous relationship, and like, it'll be in my head, like I'll understand it, but I couldn't define it for you. I couldn't define it at all. So I had to look. So like, for this one, it says you don't know where you stand because there's a choice hasn't been made, and This one says people don't know how to act or how they should expect their partner to act, and that can lead to anxiety and conflict. Yeah, so basically, like maybe a relationship where you don't really know each other, you don't really communicate very well, is what I was kind of thinking. Especially if it's like an on again, off again. But yeah, so I mean, relationships are difficult to begin with, so that kind of a relationship would be super tough. And like I said, I have never seen like crazy, so I had to look that up too. So it's basically like a long distance relationship. So my cat's tail is making a strobe light of my lamps. Okay, sorry. So they have a difficulty, but no matter how far apart they are, they always find themselves back together again. But yeah, I would like, so that makes sense. Long distance would be definitely ambiguous. I mean, I could see how difficult that would be. Sometimes it works, but so I kind of had to keep that in mind with this whole, with all these lyrics, because I still probably won't get them right. So this woman saying to like, come follow me, you know, it's okay, just save everything for later, no, don't even think about it, just come and stay with me. Okay, bye. I don't know what she's doing, sorry. So watch me go. I sink down all alone, where am I? So maybe doing something you're not sure about. You're like, I don't know about this. Like, where do I stand on this? And maybe you do it anyway. And yeah, it's just confusing, which, I mean, that's the way that I interpret it, just because I've kind of been in that kind of a situation before, where it's like, do I really want to do this? Like, I don't really want to do this, and things just, it's the weirdest feeling. Hear the voices listening. That's a weird, I'm like, I wonder if that's translated right. Because voices can't listen, but whatever. Don't know who they are, unless they're supposed to be like a comma. I can hear the voices like he's listening to them. I don't know. Don't know who they are. They're trying to take the pressure off, reaching for the stars. Will I find myself again? So getting lost. And that would make sense with ambiguous, because if you don't know the other person, maybe you might start questioning yourself, and then you kind of lose yourself. If no, yeah, when I go too far, yeah. If you rather be lost in the lights. Lights, like on stage or something. I'm out of my mind. Help me numb the pain, and then you, yeah, kind of like go back and try to forget it. Yeah, you keep going back. Kind of, it's kind of like an addiction almost, to try to cover up all the confusion. Emotions on ice. Yeah, they're frozen. It's gonna be a good night forever, you and I. Probably good at the time, feels good at the time. All my reflections I can't even recognize. Yeah, and that's kind of like the contradiction, and I could be getting this totally wrong, but I have a certain situation in my head that I'm comparing this to, that I'm like, you do feel alive, but at the same time, you just can't. You don't recognize yourself. You're not yourself. I think this was especially true when there was like more than one person in my life, because it was just like, yeah, I can never do open relationships. Help me numb the pain. Okay, this will break me. It's gonna break me. Yeah, so he's like, okay, this is gonna break me, I'm gonna go crazy, but don't wake me up. Don't wake me up. I want to stay here, because like I said, it's almost like an addiction. Don't try to save me. I need a way we can dream on. Alone again, what's the point? Maybe, because you don't understand each other and then you keep ending up alone. Kind of like that long distance where I'm like, you're always alone. What's the point? I always say, I'm like, man, I need to keep that Garth Brooks song on with me at all times, because there's so many people who are like, what's the point of a relationship? Like, why do I keep trying? Or why do you keep trying? And I'm like, listen to Garth Brooks. Go listen to Standing Outside the Fire. I mean, that describes me perfectly, because I keep trying. Like, why do I keep trying? Because I'm like stupid. But then, yeah, you'll have to listen to it. I wish I could react to it on here. But anyway, that's kind of my voice was weird there. Kind of my interpretation of the whole thing. Again, probably could be totally wrong. It just kind of, yeah, what I got out of it. All right. Oh, headphones. 3 minutes? Okay, well, almost 4.
I think we could last forever. I'm afraid that everything will disappear. Just trust me. She said, baby, 생각하지 마. There's not a bad thing in tonight. Baby, 떠나도 좋아. 있어 오늘까지만. Watch me go, and I 직접 밤새도록 away. 아침도 취했어 오지 않게. 시키던 음악 속에 희미해지나. Drama got the bonus story 익숙해져가. 내가 알던 나를 찾기 멀리 온 것 같기. I know.
Yeah, the lyrics are definitely a little different on here. Did I come too far to find the meat you used to know? Like somebody's changing, which is, yeah, you think you know somebody, but then I know that all too well. Which I'm like, okay, you need to really need to get to know people. It's okay.
I know. I'd rather be lost in the light, lost in the light. I'm out of my mind.
That's a narrow hallway. Wait, now it looks bigger.
Let me have a taste and give me a good ride. Fun, always gonna be a good night.
Like people. I'm like, I like the sound. It's like what's the word? I want to say like retro. It's kind of like an 80s, almost like an 80s vibe to it. 80s, early 90s, maybe even late 70s vibe to it, but it's in a good way, because usually I don't like 80s, mostly because of the voices. but I actually like this. I'm like, I like this sound, I like his voice, I love the bedazzled jacket. That's totally like a 80s, 90s thing too going on. This is, and I'm trying to keep up with the lyrics and kind of go get things through my head and see if I still interpreted the song right, even though the lyrics are kind of different. We'll see. Oh. this remind me of? It's gonna bug me. Lost in the Lights, because he's at a dance club. Is that kind of like another thing, like just going out and finding a new person every time kind of a thing? Could be. Man, the sound of the song right here, I'm like, it's right on the tip of my brain. It's like the song, an artist that I know, and I'm like, what does that remind me of? Oh my gosh. It's gonna bug the crap out of me. I probably won't be able to, if I do it, I'll pop it up on the screen there, but. I almost had it.
At Fry's, we believe that our high standards ensure fresher produce. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
That's weird. I had it paused. Why did it start an ad?
Comfort. It all starts with Snuggle.
No. No. Oh, it's just gonna start over, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Anyway. And it's something. I'm gonna bet it's something that I've heard that I like, but it's not something that I have like on my iPod. What is it? I hate it. I'm like, I know exactly what this is. What he could be styling this song after, but I'm like. I honestly can. Does anybody else know what it kind of sounds like? Jimin, 당신은 정말. Everything here is a different language. That's Russian, Spanish, Korean. Oh, there's an English one. Wowee. Yeah, there's lots of Spanish. Lots of Spanish. There's actually a lot of Russian on here too. That if I'm reading, if I see it right. Oh, there's another Korean. I was gonna come down and see if anybody was like, oh, that reminds me, but I'd have to. Yeah, I can't. Anyway, I really like that, and I'd like it even 10 times more if I could figure out what it reminds me of. Anyway, so the music video and like the lyrics that were in the music video, I think it kind of has the same gist, but yeah. Okay, so how do I say I like it in Chuahil? Nomu. 좋아요? It's Nomu, right? I think so. I'll have to look it up. Watch. I'll totally wrong. I always get really nervous if I try and speak Korean. But anyway, so that was Jimin with Like Crazy. Hopefully I didn't totally screw that up. And I think that's all I got for now. I think I said everything. Well, 21 minutes. Yeah, I probably said enough. Okay, so come and see me on my social media. I do have a PO box you can send requests or whatever. I have a Patreon, and I try to do early access every week, at least one every week. Or if you just want to come by and be nice and help support me and this channel, that's awesome too. There's that option as well. And other than that, I think that's all I got for this one. So I will see everybody next time.